Alright, hello, it's Kinninigan. 12-year-old on my channel that I'm playing a kid's game. Yeah, that's fine. I'll show you how much of a kid's game this is. We're going to build a roller coaster. And you got to have a basic understanding of physics and math to do that. Also, if I ask most modern Gen Xers what an inversion is, they'd probably be like, is that when Johnny turns into Jane? And I'm like, no, it's a loop-de-loop on a roller coaster. That's an inversion when you're upside down. So what am I doing in the middle of the savannah digging holes? I'm learning about the terrain manipulation features in sandbox mode. Because on the next board I have to play, I have to build a roller coaster. And I did one last night, and it was too expensive. Being the Leo I am, the roller coaster, it worked. It was a good coaster, but it was just too much money. I'll show you what I mean. So we're going to build a smaller one. And to keep the excitement up on it, I'm going to do some terrain manipulation, which I wanted to learn how to do in sandbox mode, so I'm not wasting money on a scenario. Yeah. Sorry if my microphone's making noise. That was my coffee cup. I should have put it up. So, Pirate Cove. And then also, I'm going to kind of give you a little rough lecture here. You see, Disney has this great idea. Well, you know Elon Musk is just threatened to buy Disney, right? Oh yeah, he's doxing stuff about their EI diversity stuff and all that. Here's one thing I want to say about diversity and where Disney's totally going off the rails and why it's not going to work. It has nothing to do with diversity, inclusion, feminism. They want to remake Pirates of the Caribbean and replace Jack Sparrow with a black woman, which is fine, but that's impossible because pirate captains were Freemasons. And you cannot be a Freemason if you're a woman, or in the 1700s and 1600s, during the golden age of piracy, you were a person of color. We didn't have the Prince Hall Masons, that's the black Freemason, that's like Barack Obama, Shaquille O'Neal, Jesse Jackson, all those other black Democrats you see on TV. Most of them are Prince Hall Freemason. They have no problem selling out their own people. They're not what you think they are. And they, at the end of the day, I'll tell you one thing, they actually engage in more racism than they accuse other people of, because a black Freemason cannot step foot in a white Freemason lodge. One of the most famous pirate captains of all time had rum named after him. Why is that? Because rum is used in voodoo ceremony. Spitting rum on skulls. Alcohol is a part of black magic. That is William Morgan, otherwise known as Captain Morgan. And he was used as a metaphor as to what happens when you spill the secrets of the Masons, because supposedly Captain Morgan disclosed the secrets of the Masons. I already was suspicious of the skull and bones, iconic. Look at, where's the skull and bone flag? Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, you know, R matey, what is that really about? What is the skull? Yeah, skull and bones. Yeah, so for immersion purposes, doing a pirate movie. Actually, I seen an excellent pirate movie a couple weeks ago because I've been looking for good pirate games to play also, but unfortunately, all the best ones have been totally screwed up by companies like Sweet Baby because they want to make the pirate protagonist black women, and that's impossible, even for immersion. So I like to hear what the left's defense is on secret societies, because this has nothing to do with your inclusivity. It's a fact. And pirate captains were Masons. Well, there's a few reasons they would have been. One of them is kind of the way La Cosa Nostra made their money. You terrorize people on the high seas with acts of piracy, and then you charge them protection money All the while, that it seems France and England had a great deal of interest in the Caribbean, which is the theorized place of ancient Atlantis, and the South Pacific, which was ancient Lemuria. And we definitely know in the South Pacific, there's all kinds of crazy stories, living giants, all kinds of crazy things they find. They were engaged in human slavery. Uh, Other questionable things that sailors and pirates did back in the 1700s, like have 10-year-old boys on their ship. But that's none of my business. So, here's your pirate. All right, I can't give a full-on lecture by trying to build a roller coaster. I only have so much brain power, and I've lost brain cells already listening to mainstream. So here's what I was learning the terrain manipulation for. There is a little cave right here. My plan is for my roller coaster is I want to go through that cave. Okay, they did leave a landmark up here, which is good, because that cave is going back. Maybe I should do the terrain manipulation before I start building the coaster, in case I mess up. I don't need a real wide area. Oh, 33 feet. I'm talking about the Masons. So yeah, that cave right there, I want to make a drop down the coaster. Is that too big? Maybe. Alright. So how do I move? Okay, Z button. I'm getting better at... There we go. Now we can smooth this out. There's a smooth button. No. I guess that would be chisel. Yeah, okay. Widen this so we can get a coaster through it. And just that little bit right there should add a lot of excitement to the coaster. We got an area right here when it comes out of the cave. Maybe do a loop and we get back to the station. See what I did yesterday. This is the last scenario on the easy boards, and for the medium part, you got to build a coaster. There's no requirements for this coaster. It's just built, and it's already started. It's unfinished, so I want to try to do the coaster first. So if I screw the coaster up, I'm not putting time into other parts of the scenario and messing that up. Which is why I have the game paused. I'll have to unpause it to test the coaster, but not that big of a deal. So yesterday I kind of had the coaster going around, going through all this scenery down here, and the track was too long. It cost too much money. Not that it wasn't a fun coaster. I had the excitement and the nausea ratings. Nausea. I have dry mouth. Nausea. So the idea is to shorten the track and keep the excitement up. I can add triggers to the ride. A trigger is that's not when I put a MAGA hat on one of the NPCs in the park and somebody gets triggered. Not that kind of trigger. No, like these shooting cannons, and activate them when the ride comes by. So the cave. Could have, yes, not too bad. Because I'm kind of thinking it's going to come in. Yeah. Because I could still fix the terrain around it. I just kind of want to get it marked. What do we do here? We don't want a real sharp turn. Because that'll definitely put the... Gotta try to keep the G-forces down. So run the track this way. You see the, I don't know if you're on a phone, it might be hard for you to see that, but there's like this dotted line. That's the boundary of the park that we don't own. So let's see what's going on over at Steam. Justice League. People have spoken with their wallets, and the other side can't stand it because there's no defense for it. $900 subs are going wonky because I want to make a video. I got 10 more subs to get to 1,000. I was gonna do something special for that. I was at 992 subs when I woke up this morning, but I might have lost subs because I'm playing Planet Coaster. Because whatever. That's why I said I'll give you a lecture about the history of piracy and why making a pirate a woman. I don't care what color woman she is. She could be any woman. It's just not historically accurate. Oh, but it's fantasy. It's Pirates of the Caribbean, whatever. Well, I'm not saying that Johnny Depp is an invert, but at least he. All right, let's not go there. Yeah, there's a lot of occultic stuff going on. Pirates of the Caribbean. I should rewatch those movies and make some videos about it. I gotta find movies to watch before the woke invasion of 2017. Yeah, it was a little earlier than that actually, but everything is cyclical and it's coming back. And the laws of karma. Yeah, karma's a bitch. All right. I was just inhaling creativity. Building a coaster shouldn't be too bad. For me, if I don't master how to do it on the easy boards, it's never going to happen. So, I've tried building this coaster a few different ways. Yesterday, I had it kind of drop down out of the station and turn and go through the scenery right here. I was like, yeah, that would be cool. And then I kind of had to go up and then drop down and wind through the cave over here. And then I was like, it's costing a lot of money. My track length was like 2,000 feet. That's a long coaster. And I was like, this is totally unnecessary. They just want you to build a coaster. So, KISS, keep it simple. Well, we're not actually going to keep it simple. We're going to have us a pretty kick-ass coaster here. It's going to do some inversions. But the height, we don't need it to be... It doesn't need to be as high as Kinney is right now. Alright. I'm trying to think here. 60. That's, what are we at sea level? We don't need a 90-foot drop on this. It'll make the G-forces too much. But at the same time, I could shorten the track. Do it this way. I'm trying to think. What is... Alright, that's 64 feet right here. What is... That's 11 feet. 50... A decent drop for a coaster. 42, 65, 55, 60 feet is ideal. We'll go up a little bit more too. Now we're gonna, no. I don't want to straighten it right there. Obviously, I've been teaching myself how to use the builder editor. Now, we can't really have it drop straight down here because you see the border of the park right there. And if we did, we'd have to turn really fast. That puts the G-forces up. So, to get back to this cave over here at a decent speed where it's not going too fast. Alright. Here's what we'll do. I like doing this. Put a short little piece of track in and just have it drop. Like it, not that much. This way we don't really have to bank the curve. Make that track longer. Actually, but actually, is that the right angle? I'm trying to. You gotta think like an engineer, right? Well, I said, is this exactly is this a kid's game? Don't be fooled. Roller Coaster Tycoon is a great game, not because yes, it can be played by kids and they can put in the pre-made rides, and I started playing Roller Coaster Tycoon when I was a teenager because it came out in 1996, 99, 96 or 99. It's when I had my Sony VIO, our first family computer we got. Wow, that was. I remember going to Circuit City when we bought that thing. The whole family went. That's when I had Doom on that 3x5 hard disk. Anyone remember Doom and Wolfenstein? I grew up playing first-person shooters. Best shooting game ever made. I don't care if you play Call of Duty, Destiny, whatever online now. James Bond on Nintendo 64, GoldenEye. Best multiplayer shooting game ever made. Period. And yep, it was so fun. Where? Uh-oh. Thank God I have a bunch hidden. My lighter. Alright. I'm trying to think. Alright. 67-degree drop. It's kind of intuitive, the builder. You see how it automatically sloped up for me when it went near the tree. But I don't really want it to do that, so I'm going to have to move the tree. Might as well put it close to the ride. Push the scenery up. Alright, now that's what we don't want. You see how I don't like it to turn that much. What that does, those turns put the G-forces up when they're moving fast. We want this track to be pretty straight because we want to do a loop-de-loop. But maybe a deep. That's too big. No, that's not what I'm going for. They got different pre-made, that one has to go on the ground. That's not. Although, I could do some terrain manipulation. That'll really get the fear level up. No, too many helix. I'm just going through all the loops they have because there's a lot of kind of. What is that? That is interesting. That is a helix. I can make that bigger. It's obstructed where? Let me test that. Now you have these sliders here that you can see in real time as you're building. For nausea is the most important. So is fear. People are too afraid to ride it, but it could be too scary. But the idea of these shorter coasters are lots of inversions, but not like going crazy with G-forces. So I gotta. Yeah, nausea is pretty low. Excitement's high. That's really good. Here's the thing. How am I gonna get it into there? Alright. I got an idea. Pause the game because now I'm gonna do a slight bank. No, actually. Get out. Obstructed. Oh. So I'm going to try to get this to come back onto itself. We also, hold on, what do we got in here? That's a twisty loop. It actually twists as it goes through the loop. That is pretty, And we got $3,000 left, but I will be able to finish the coaster if I keep the cost down. There's a secret to making $7,500 easy on this board. There's a hidden treasure chest. And I had to go shake down a Freemason to find out where they buried their treasure. Yeah, I'll show you that a little bit. They tell you right in the beginning of the board for the scenario, it says, I wish I could find the treasure chest I lost. Because when you first start, the coaster isn't. I don't think we have enough speed to do that move right there. No. Which is fine, because there's other types of there's rolls that you can do, which are, here we are. These are cool. You could do them at lower speeds. The thing fall off. What the hell happened there? Get some. You can put hills back in when you smooth out the track when you're. Now I'm gonna have to do a. This should be slow enough to bank the turn really easily without getting the nausea up. Alright, let me see if it has enough speed to come through this. Nausea wasn't too bad there. Will I have enough speed to do a loop? That's too big of a loop. No way. I don't think so. All right, let's just. I don't think that's going to work, but if it does, that'd be pretty cool. Waiting for the first round of test results. And we're going to go around and smooth the track out, which improves the editing and done. Alright, maybe we'll get the ratings now. Duration. Ride's a minute long. It's called the incomplete coaster. Guess we gotta call it the complete coaster. Bam! Wow. That is absolutely phenomenal. 551 excitement. 394 fear. It's got to be a little fearful. 197 nausea. Those are really good. Now, here's the next thing. Prestige. The highest prestige you can have on a ride is 1,000. Then it's just divided that you charge a flat $30 for the ride. My lucky number is 27 though, because it's my birthday, July 27th. So you could charge $3 for every 100 prestige you have. So already at 823, we could charge actually 27 because it is a brand new. Now they already put the entrance and the exit in for you. They built all the scenery around the station, and they put these objects in here which can be triggered on the ride to activate when certain things happen. So, for example, we're going to first of all, I still got to smooth the track out. Do it with this out. Which is a really cool feature. One thing that, and what it does, it makes the now, because the ride is only a minute long, I'm not going to worry about having multiple trains running on it. Like, you could put block sections in, which a block section stops the train and it lets another one go underneath it, so you have multiple trains running. Now, what I need to do is we're going to make a trigger sequence. Add trigger. Now, when they go up, when they take off, we're going to have these 3 cannons right here shoot off. Take that routing lantern on there. Actually, take the lantern off. It's because I multi-selected. Add a trigger. We want a trigger right here. Now, when they come into the station, take the bamboo torch off. Brown lantern. That means the lantern would turn on when it comes. I don't want to do that. Wall mounted cannon, yeah. And for a third trigger is when they come up out of the thing right here. I'm going to have these 3 cannons fire. Take the lantern off of there, the lantern. And there's probably some more triggers I can add, but just to give you an idea. Now, when you do that, you got to retest it. Now, I have, this was absolutely phenomenal. I took no loans out. I built this coaster. It works. And I have $279.69 left over. I wouldn't have had that if I didn't press the pause button, because it costs money to run the park, even just to keep it open. But there is a treasure chest in the game. In fact, because so I don't go into debt while we're going to ride the coaster, and then I'm going to. So the rest of the park, I will win this scenario. I'm going to connect all these paths down here, and you see all these places up here where it says coming soon, and they have. I'm just going to delete all this. We got 4 spots. See where it says coming soon. And putting a ride over here next to the coaster would be really exciting too. It's awesome. So yeah, put a ride there. Ride flat rides like carousels. We'll put a walking path down here so they can see all the scenery. Put a ride down here, a thrill ride, and that's it. And then I think they want you to put a food shop in there. See where it says food, but they boarded it up. Edit building. Hold on. Yeah, I can delete those individual pieces off the building. See that? I'm going to sneak a food shop in there. Pirate awning. I'm going to move that because I might want to use it. Yeah, I'll get a food store in there. That's what that's there for. There's also a restaurant option, which I was learning about. Restaurants are interesting. We don't have them researched. It's just a box, but it can fit up to 25 people inside of it. And they just go inside and serves them like a restaurant. It cuts down on staff and space. So, advanced shop making. Alright, yeah, we're gonna definitely get a drink stall over there. Lots of cool scenery. So before we unpause the game, so the objectives: reach a monthly profit of $4,000 and pay off all loans. I'll do that with the roller coaster. There's noise out back. Someone's getting oil delivered. Most of the houses in my neighborhood have oil heat. Fucking converting to electric. People are nuts. Here is inside of this cave. These treasure chests are part of the scenery. But when you click on this one, the golden treasure chest, what you have to do is demolish it. Plus $7,500. As part of the scenario is they want you to pay off your loans, which is a $10,000 loan, and build a coaster. But they give you a little bit of RPG elements in the game. How does that sound? Alright, we're gonna ride the coaster. Oh wait, I gotta unpause the game. We're gonna ride the coaster, and then I'm gonna eat some lunch by upload. What's going on here? Oh, start test. Duh. Because otherwise it would wait for a full load of people to get on before it takes off. What should I rename my coaster? Or should I keep, I don't know, put a comment. And yeah, there is a Masonic history with pirates. So there's no way there would ever be any pirate woman or pirate of color. Totally immersion breaking Disney. And, oh, there's one more thing. Which is why I'm going to pause for a second and explain. You see how fast that comes into the station? In Roller Coaster Tycoon, you didn't want to do that. But apparently in Planet Coaster, the word around the Reddits and all that I'm reading is, yeah, when you have them come into the station at a higher speed, it gives them a higher excitement rating. So, what are you going to do, right? But now that I have, alright, the prestige went up to 906. I can get it up to 1,000. All I got to do is put some more scenery around other parts of the ride and trigger them to, but that's still really high. In fact, that is the perfect prestige. You charge $27. That'll bring people to the park. And then rather than doing the whole scenario backwards, I built it within the money they start you with. There's already some shops built. Look, I said, when you come in the park, it's already decorated real nice. You could build all this stuff with the scenery. See how detailed it gets. We got a Mac machine over there. We already got some shops, milkshakes, hamburgers. And then what I'm gonna do, I think, is keep like thrill rides over here. Same thing with over here. Or maybe a... Now this is close to the entrance. I'll put a gentle ride over there. And then back here, I'll get some rides in. Probably gentle rides. So the kids can come back here and ride like carousels and all the kind of gentle rides. I'm going to have to research more of them because I don't have that many. Family ride. We also want gulpies. That gives people energy. Gulpy drinks are good. And then we got a lot of staff. A lot of the staff is unhappy. They need to be trained. That costs a lot of money. How many? 2 janitors. 1 mechanic. 0 security. We need security. People start getting robbed in your party. Alright, so anyway. I'm going to save my scenario in case I screw anything up by Pirate Cove. I got each park I'm doing on my new career is getting saved, so like I said, I can continually work on them. And yeah, so anyway, that was phenomenal. I had no idea how that was going to go. I'm going to try to do some terrain manipulation, build this coaster without me. Oh, by the way, how long is that track? Because last night I told you the other one I made was 2,000 feet. Track length 1,861. But it has it's the inversions put the track length up. But the other one was winding all around. This is all back here, which is great. We can still put a ride in over here. Well, I can with all this scenery because I can research water rides, a log flume. In fact, a log flume would be awesome over here. I can go through the caves with a log flume. Yeah, I might put a log flume in. Oh yeah, log flume back here. That would be awesome. Park looks neat at nighttime though. You can put lights on your roller coaster and illuminate it for nighttime. Anyway, it's gonna be all for the video. Any questions or comments, leave them below. If you play Planet Coaster, how'd you do your first time on this board? Were you able to build a coaster that worked? 906 actually, it's not 66. 906. 564 excitement. Yeah, awesome. Any questions or comments, leave them below. God bless. Take care.